The Art of Happiness, a Handbook for Living, was written in 1998. The Dalai Lama and Howard C. Cutler. Achieving happiness does not have to depend on event. Through mental practice, we can form the ability to be happy most of the time. We each have a physical structure and a mind emotions. We are all born in the same way and we all die. All of us want happiness and don't want to suffer. Over time, I became convinced that the Dalai Lama had learned how to live with a sense of fulfillment and a degree of serenity that I had never seen in other people. Although he is a Buddhist monk, I began to wonder if one could identify a set of his beliefs or practices that could be utilized by non-Buddhists as well. Practices that could be directly applied to our life to simply help us become happier, stronger, perhaps less afraid. Over the course of many conversations with Cutler, the Dalai Lama convinced him that happiness is not a luxury but the purpose of our existence. Not only that, but there is a definite path leading toward it. First, we have to identify the factors that lead to suffering and those that lead to happiness. Then we must begin eliminating the suffering causing factors and cultivate the happiness causing ones. Happiness has many levels. In Buddhism, there are four factors: wealth, worldly satisfaction, spirituality, and enlightenment, which create the totality of an individual's quest for happiness. Good health and a close circle of friends are also important, but the door into all these things is your state of mind. This not only works to create the experiences in your life, but is the filter through wealth you view them. Without a disciplined mind, you are not really in control of what you are doing, nor can you be independent of events if you wish to be. The real source of happiness is control of your consciousness. A calm mind, for instance, or one engaged in meaningful work equates to happiness. A basic way to happiness is to cultivate affection and connection with other human beings. Even if you are closing everything, you will have this. The Dalai Lama notes that while he lost his country, he in a way gained the whole world because he had the ability to bond with others quickly. Always look for what you have in common with others and you will never really be lonely. No matter how powerful they seem, negative emotion and states of mind have no foundation in reality. They are distortions, stopping us from seeing others as they really are. We only have to experience shame or embarrassment once after losing our temper to appreciate this. When we experience positive states, however, we are generally closer to the true meaning of the universe and how we could be all the time. All emotions, if practically regularly, grow in size. The Dalai Lama continually suggests that we cultivate the positive like any other habit. You start off small, but the end benefits are great. A positive state of mind is not merely good for you, it benefits everyone with whom you come into contact, literally changing the world. No matter how difficult it is, reduce your negative state of mind and increase your positive ones. Through self-training, you can develop a good heart that lessens the chances that you will act in an unproductive way. Don't confuse happiness with pleasure. Pleasure is of the senses and can seem like happiness but lacks meaning. Happiness, in contrast, rests on meaning and is often felt despite negative external condition. It is stable and persistent. While pleasures are a bonus of life, happiness is must. Happiness is something to be developed over time. Make a decision to apply the same effort and determination that you devote to the worldly success to studying and practicing happiness. The alternative is drifting in out of happiness by chance, vulnerable to unexpected attacks of unhappiness. Over time, you must try to cancel out negative emotions, particularly anger and hatred, and replace them with tolerance and patience. The Dalai Lama idea of countering negative thought with positive one has been validated by the rise and success of cognitive therapy by feeling good. Compassion is useful rather than being sentimental. It is the basis of communicating well between people. Echoing Dale Carnegie, the Dalai Lama says that only by really seeing and feeling things from another point of view will you truly be able to bond with them. Compassion is not feeling sorry for someone, but a recognition of commonality. What someone else feels today might be what you will be feeling next week. The Dalai Lama is never lonely. The antidote to loneliness is to be prepared to connect with everyone. Most people who consider themselves lonely are surrounded by family and friends, yet they put all their longings into the hope of finding that someone is special. Open your eyes to the wealth of people, he says, and loneliness can be a thing of the past. While the ruthless person can never properly relax, the compassionate person experiences freedom of mind and a rare peace.